The views or opinions expressed on this show are solely their own and do not necessarily represent the views or opinions of Zonse Live.
No, you don't have a manager who has money.
Manager can job under money. You can't spell manager without money.
That's such a dry joke. Why you can't spell manager without money?
I just did me.
It's a dry ass joke, bro.
Is it right?
I said that's embarrassing, bro. That was embarrassing.
That really is.
Anyway, that's a ball.
Nah,
Clearly, he's rubbing off on you. The wrong
Are you
way.
sure those are the people you want to learn from?
Listen.
Those cannot be your idols.
I see it. No, but Jerry. Hey, cookie and that. Them we are
Kukia. Jamaa wa jenu.
Yeah, man.
Jamaa wa dini. Goalkeeper. Ndio wake.
Same.
Same difference.
Yeah, that's it. But how are you doing, man?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Feeling good. It's been a good start to the year. A little ups, a little downs, but you know, we move.
I stand it.
We move.
How was the year so far? Any new resolutions?
Resolutions.
No, but check. What I'm gonna ask is, and how far are we doing? Third month. It's a new month, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to take it like quarter by quarter. I don't have any resolutions for this year. I'm just trying to focus on myself. I'm trying to make sure that I am the bag and I secure myself.
You're the prize.
I am the prize. Make
How you
sure.
doing that? So share me your secrets, bro. Like I
Bro, weren't you just telling me how you figured out the game?
I did not figure out the game. That's not what I said. This is the problem with Malawians. Always like misinterpreting people when they say things. How do you change the game? How are you going to change something that is already set?
That can't be changed.
That can't be changed. It's already set.
But yeah, just focusing on yourself.
Yeah, man, trying to focus on myself, trying to see if I can grow, trying to get this money. I'm poor. I realized my dad was actually telling me this. No, it was like 3 years ago, you people were saying you're broke. Now you're old, you're poor.
Oh, when you're young, you're broke.
When you're young, you can be
you're
broke.
poor.
Now it's like, you're pushing 30, my guy.
I say, why the sudden change on trying to concentrate on yourself? Like what? Like
Why are you asking me?
Why were you concentrating on yourself?
No, I was always concentrating on myself. But you know.
We know what?
You know, I don't be asking me dumb questions.
Did you do it?
Do what? This man just said, did you do it? Do what?
But there's a simple question. Did you do it?
Oh, damn. Bro, I saw them tweets and I was like, wow. I never knew. I thought I was mad enough.
Did you ever think you'd ever like? It was trending, right?
He's been trending. You've been
Yeah, no, I
trending
mean
for
like now. I
different
mean
reasons.
obviously now it's trending. But that time it was like Twitter Malawi trending.
Yeah.
Did you ever see yourself like Twitter Malawi trending?
Nah.
If your father knew you were Twitter Malawi
I'll
trending.
be honest, nah. No, but I also get it. Like,
Yeah.
she's quite famous. Or quite known by a lot of people, especially. Like, in Malawi, it's small. Look, a couple people know me. And like,
A couple.
we were like, we were dating publicly. And like, if you break up publicly, it's only right that people also like,
How do you break up publicly?
or not exactly break up publicly, but
Yeah,
we
but
broke
like-
up and it was in the public. So like, it's just, it's, people are gonna take shots here and
It's
there.
like a weird place to be.
You people asking me questions like you weren't the people taking shots. Did I give an example you? Brother, you see what's happening to you?
I was checking on you.
What are friends for?
I was checking on you.
Nah, G. Nah, but I mean, it was chilled, man. Like, me and her are still, like, you know, still kosher. I wish her well. She's doing quite well herself, and
she is.
Just the way it is. Just the way it is.
So how the fishes in the new seas in UG?
First of all, I'm in Rwanda.
Rwanda, yes, Rwanda.
You're in an ocean.
Yeah.
You're not even in it.
Second of all, like I said, I'm focusing on me. I don't think I have the capacity. I don't have the facilities for that big man.
But you've got the facilities to go to the coma. I say,
I need to block you for my socials. What? Is this an interview or is this tablets? What's happening?
Chats, bruv.
Cool.
Chats.
Yeah,
yeah, man, Nkoma is a beautiful island in the warm heart of Africa, and I suggest all of us, like, at least once in your lifetime, you have to visit Nkoma. It's really nice. Like, if you go on Ilala with like a group of your friends, it's really nice, man. It's a vibe. It's a long boat ride, but yeah.
I mean, it depends how you go. If you go on the Ilala, then it's definitely a long one. But the smaller ones like Chilembwe, what's the other one? The smaller ones are quite.
There's like a couple of new ones as well, eh?
Yeah.
The new one's not operational, and like Chilembwe is not the best ride experience. Like Ilala is unless you can afford the flight, like Ilala is probably your best bet.
Could you afford the flight?
Hey man, it's neither here nor there.
Say you're concentrating on yourself. I'd like to think.
Don't flights cost as much as going to like Zanzibar. You'd rather just go to Zanzibar.
Oh, well, but I thought
you can afford that flight.
Oh, we're advertising Malawi right now. Why should you go to Zanzibar when you know?
Why are we lying to the viewers? It's not a PR stunt.
Started off nicely. I say, once in your life you're supposed to visit.
Masudi, don't take it out on us.
It's okay. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Man, welcome to the show, bro.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. What an introduction.
Yeah, man. Shout out to. Do you want to do like a proper introduction? Because I feel like you have more you have good things to say about Maru.
Good things.
Hey, joke.
Only good things.
Joking.
But
yeah, man. Welcome, bro.
Thank you.
Been a long time coming, hey?
Man, I thought you guys were gonna have me on season 1. I thought we were friends. I
don't have seasons here.
Is this
We don't have seasons here.
Episodes?
I
was
guess.
like,
That's just vibes.
First time you guys went on, I was like, first episode came out, second, third, fourth. I was like, cool, man. Like, I guess it is what it is.
Yeah, it was kind of like a relevance thing. You know? Hey, he's my friend. This is how we chat all the time. This is how we chat all the time. This is how as friends we.
You need better friends.
Yeah.
I'd like to think I've got really good friends.
Yeah, but I need better friends. Clearly, clearly the friends.
You can get better than this. Not trust friends.
Friends like these, I say, who needs enemies? For real. You know what I mean? But anyway, this is Something Radio, and subscribe to the channel, smash a like, drop us a comment, and yeah, man. And what's the other one? The bell. Yes, so
the notification bell.
Yes,
nice one. Big shout out to all the people that have been giving us feedback for the past episode as well.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, have you watched it?
Nah, I won't even lie. I would not even lie.
You haven't seen it. Alright, cool.
I don't even know what you two people do.
Damn.
Wow.
No, but like jokes aside, I'm really happy that you guys have brought this back. This is like really great. Like, this is part of shaping the culture, and it's like it's not a small thing that you guys are doing.
Nice
I hope you keep doing it. Yeah, man. If you ever need me to keep you guys relevant, please invite me again.
Yeah, man. After this, it's to the top, man. It's to the top. It's to the top. Someone said that Something Radio is like an ex-girlfriend who comes back after you've healed.
What? Someone said that?
Yeah, today.
Who comes back after you've healed?
Yes.
Yikes.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
That's tough.
Damn.
Yeah, toxic.
Really toxic.
Very, very toxic. You know, you need one of those to just come shake your tables once in a while. See if you're strong enough to survive the terrain.
Yikes.
You guys are fishing for comments.
No, but this is actual feedback from people. Yeah, and we like to give people a platform to express themselves however they want to express themselves. That's why you're here, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We want to hear your side of the story.
When I need to express myself, I hold poetry events. I don't think I need to be here to express myself. I don't understand.
How was the first one for the year?
Oh man!
Speaking of shows,
first show of the year went really well.
Yeah.
Pleasantly surprised by all the support we got. It was a wonderful lineup.
Yeah.
George Kalakusha there, doing his thing, singing with a couple new, well not new, but like a couple people I hadn't seen perform in a while. So I'm so shared some poetry. Wanga Fosiko, who has been a fan of. I met her at Tumaini Festival in Zeleka a couple years back. And yeah, it was really good to have her as well. Neo came on as well. Q, Q had to do his thing. So yeah, it was a good show, man. And Swish as well. Swish closed it off with like, I keep hearing this like every like 3 years. Like somebody texts me like, "Dog, have you heard like this guy's music?" And I saw it's like Swish's music, and like he's just like he's a new artist every 3 years. And like, how come he hasn't blown? Like, how come he hasn't blown? I'm like, no, I don't know.
Nah, but I think he's really close right now. Like,
I don't know what's missing, but I
man.
feel like he's almost there.
Do you know how hard it is to like?
do you think it's him or the industry?
I think it's a bit of both, right? Like I think as an artist, you have to take responsibility of like your effort and like your consistency, which because it's my friend, I'm gonna say this one. Like some years, like he would push, and then he'd get frustrated because things aren't moving, and then he would like fall off.
Yeah.
And then like you come back with something dope, and then like be like, ah, cool, like Swish is back.
Yeah.
And then like, cause like the other things, like the industry doesn't pay. So if you like, for you to be really like consistent is like just like grit and hard work.
Yeah.
And like over time, like you hope like, you know, one day it's gonna stick and then it's gonna start paying back. So like you have to ride the wave where like things are not paying off, but you're consistently putting out like work.
Yeah.
And then hopefully.
Big shout out to him, man. I think it's really hard to like for the game to give you a couple of chances, you know? Like if people are constantly like asking questions and you know, it means that you're doing something right.
Yeah, man. I think I don't know what the next step is, but I wish him well, man. I hope the next thing like sticks and like he can keep moving and get that recognition that
I think I have a solution.
having a manager with money. This was this man's bright idea of how to make it in Malawi. Have a manager with money.
Dog, that was off record, bro. Like,
Because you can't have a manager without money.
but hey, manager needs to eat too, though. Hey, so you know.
Yeah, man. So, but it was a really good show. I really enjoyed myself. Oh, before I forget, and she's gonna get on my neck on this. Christina.
Yes.
I like being called Christina.
I was like,
Dark Shadow.
better.
The biggest, the baddest.
Alright.
Also there. Yeah,
Shout
she had
out
a really
to-
good
shout out
set
to
as
her.
well. Yeah. No, she
It was an all-round show. It was a really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the turnout.
Yeah. We hosted the event.
That was
I forgot that you people did that actually. That was man. But yeah,
Dude, I kind of caught feelings. Like I saw so many articles and they're mentioning everyone.
nobody cares about the host. Like
Bro,
I'm slowly realizing
right,
that like people really don't care about the host. You know.
I mean,
Or the DJ.
or the DJ.
bro.
Yeah, bro.
but like,
unless it's
to
a
be
different
fair,
setting, though.
You guys hadn't put out any work in some time, and like you
Yo,
weren't
no, but no.
relevant at the time.
Yo,
so I don't
we've
understand why you
It's
want.
not, we've hosted a couple of events and it's all the same.
I mean,
It's
I mean,
all
a
the
couple of
same.
events and most of them have been yours enjoyed.
But still no artist.
We're pushing still.
No, like very true. You guys can be the pioneers of like hosting.
But shout out for always giving us the platform.
Yeah, big
No,
shout
man,
out
you
to
guys do your
guys.
job very well, and like it's a pleasure to always work with you guys, man.
Kama zamani kozo Jonde.
So it's fun. So it's fun.
Kama zamani kozo Jonde. Jonde. Aina Sam ndani huko aina mulipo.
Some band.
Aina Sam mulipo.
Mawisa.
Mawisa.
Kama sana mwoni buruburu. Na wala asi.
I'm a host and I'm a DJ akuzunzika huko.
Right, I say.
That salamiza.
Alright, shout out to Nico because he's also gonna be on that case after this.
Oh yeah, Miko was also the DJ.
What DJ?
Nico was DJing
Bro,
on the
once
day.
you show this man would
Dog.
transition into a piano. Like dog,
In between the same.
Versatility,
boys.
bana.
I was like, yes.
Versatility, man.
Yes.
Versatility.
Yes.
Nice one.
We up.
Yeah, man. I said, so you're popping it. I said, is it translating? Are we eating?
First of all, you know how Malawians ask you a question, right? And then like when their voice goes up at the end,
You know.
so you're popping, eh? They don't mean it. It's like, I'm where Daddy said. You just know.
After doing some wrong, I
Yeah,
said.
you just know. You just know.
I'm just in Malawi.
Ah.
No, for real.
I said, have you shown your dad?
Oh, actually, yeah, I should go do this straight after this. I should go show him. No, Robot Boii is actually not my brother.
Cousin.
But it's not my cousin either. But his dad used to do poetry, which is like wild. Because like
Crazy.
when people found out that we look alike, the other thing was like, oh, this man also does
Serious
poetry.
poetry too, hey?
And his dad is like a poet as
Yeah.
well. So it was like, it was pretty cool. And that guy is like an all-rounder, man. Like he plays keys,
Yeah.
plays drums, sings.
Too talented,
dances. He used to dabble in poetry back in the day when like, you know, he hadn't blown up with the music thing. He acts. So it's pretty cool. Like I've worked hard like, at my poetry, and the thing that has like gotten me on this
He's
looking
has
like
been the
stuff,
fact
right?
that I look like Robot Boii. So that's been
What are they calling you now?
traffic lights, Robot Boii lights. I've gotten all the
Stop
names.
sign, bruh. Crazy.
Yeah, but like turns out he's a friend of a friend as well. So it's been really
Robot
cool.
to 1.5.
See, as soon as he asked that question, I knew.
The funniest one I saw was I did a robot bro.
Hey. Wild.
Crazy, man. But you should talk to your dad about it. Show him the photo. Because you know what?
There's always been this running joke as well. Like my little sister, she's always been like, "You're probably adopted, bro. You don't look like nobody in this family."
For real, bro.
So I was like, "Alright, maybe."
Because the sister's hot, bro.
Cut the cameras. What?
No cap.
Behave, bro.
No, I'm just saying.
Who needs enemies? This is how you look at my little sister. You're old, fam. You could get arrested. You neko.
No.
Nah, fam, you're too old.
How old is he?
Bro, you're old.
How old is she?
David, 8 years ago when I first met you, when I was 21, you were 27. 8 years ago. Now no, David, you're old.
Fix up, my friend.
David, you're old. You can't be talking about my David.
You're being very defensive.
No, but David-
protective as well. So shout out for that.
David.
You might get my fan.
David. Maybe the people think you're Paige. Talk to me, bro.
Dog, I saw this. I never allow it, man. I say, "Oh, demo, we more." I said, "Hey, me, this, that." I gotta go on all the blue dick. And hey, it was jokes. See?
And send message.
So I think really serious.
Bad
You
joke.
meant it.
I say, so now that you're in
You're popping.
you're in the dating pool. Oh, you're concentrating on yourself. But still, I'm pretty sure that,
Yeah. What's your question?
Yeah, my question is,
Yeah.
he's in Rwanda, by the way, for all those who don't know. What are you doing in Rwanda before I get to the question?
I was studying. I went to go do a master's.
Yeah.
now
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Gonna go
How's
back
that
for
experience
some
been?
work. It was good. It was eye-opening. I
Yeah.
think like Rwanda is not so different to Malawi in like people and culture in a sense, and like where they are like development-wise. But like they have a vision and their government works, and like we don't see the gap now, but like in 10, 15 years, that
gonna
gap
see
is
it.
gonna be large. Like
Okay.
they're like when they say they're building a road, they build the road. When they say like we're taking all our systems online, the systems go online and the people like follow that and like they use the systems like they have sites that like when you look at them it's like this is basic.
Okay.
But it does the job. Like at the end of the day, you don't like growth is not about doing like fancy things, it's just about like making sure that things work.
Yeah.
And like things work. Like you apply for like a passport online, 5-7 days, you have a reply.
Right.
You can go pick it up, license, same thing. You can do everything online. So like I think those basic things for me were like really eye-opening. That here as well, if we just like fix the basics, I think would be in a good.
I heard they stole a 10-year plan or some shit.
They stole it and then executed it.
Yeah.
So what we're good at is like thinking up the dream and like having a plan,
Goma.
but we never execute.
Yeah.
And like I don't know what it is. Like we just don't have a mentality of like finishing what we start.
Yeah.
And like I see that even in myself, which is something that I'm trying to like work on this year. It's like even as a developer, right? Like you start building a website or a web project. You have a client. You're freelancing. They give you the terms and the conditions. You have the basic thing, but you never finish.
Yeah.
And like this has been like things that people complain about Malawi and devs, like they just never finish the project. And I don't know what it is about our culture where we start something and we don't follow.
Do you think it's a generational curse?
What a curse.
Hey, come on, like it's but it's like a real thing, like where like Amala city malizadi.
We don't have that. I don't know what it is. We don't
Like,
have that grit of like
from time,
push
like-
through the boundaries and
Yeah.
like, just like just complete what you
Complete it.
started. Yeah, like same thing with the art, man. Like you start something, gotta follow through.
Now
man.
you've even gotten all serious and stuff. Now
you
my
asked me a
question
serious
doesn't
question.
mean anything anymore, man. But anyway, you said we're the same here and there, so I guess the dating pool is the same as well.
Nah, bro, the dating pool here. You people know each other.
We're in a pond, yeah?
But the thing is,
not a
Malawi is small, and like you people are also picky. So like the thing is, like
When you say you people, what?
we are all picky.
Picky how, bro?
So like we want to date a certain kind of person.
Don't do your?
Yeah, and then like, let me finish explaining. Because you're in certain circles, you only want to date a certain kind of person. The thing is, like those kind of people are the people that you've been around all your life. And like whether you live in Lilongwe or Blantyre or Zomba, like you've interacted at some point.
Yeah.
So they've either dated somebody you know, or they're friends with a friend of a friend,
Yeah.
or like you've been with their friend. And so like we're all just going around similar people. Whereas if we like open up our horizons a little bit and like looked outside of our, for lack of better words, like social class or social circles, we'd find other amazing people.
You think there's more out there?
There really is, definitely. There's gotta be.
Sam, there's more out there.
But I think the other thing is like we also don't have a dating culture. There's no dating culture in Malawi. So like if you're seen with someone, whether like you're with them or like getting with them, the assumption is like you're already like with them and everything's like very transactional.
Yeah.
So if I go out to lunch with someone, the assumption is with my boys is that, you know, I went out to lunch with this person, I need to see them again later in a different capacity. As opposed to like, they had lunch together.
Yeah.
Trying to find out whether they like each other, whether this thing could be a thing or
We don't really date here.
yeah, so like, and like we don't date in that sense, and then we usually just transition from like, you gravitate towards it, you like each other, you see each other a couple of times, and you're in a relationship. As opposed to like, alright, cool, like I'm single, I want to see which kind of people I like and whether they like me back, and like I'll see them a couple of times, do some activities, share life with each other, and then decide whether we want to be together or not.
Yeah.
And so like the moment somebody sees you with somebody, the assumption is you're either sleeping together or like you're dating or like you're in a relationship. And there's never that discussion like, okay, I'm single. Let's see whether this could work or not.
Make me understand why you're...
I'm just saying, sounds kind of like a hoe. I mean, it's true, but like, kind of continue, Pop.
Hey man.
Continue.
So yeah, the difference?
The difference in what?
I was asking you about the dating pool.
I think it's only different to me because like I don't know the people there. So like everything is kind of new, it's a different experience. The culture is a bit different, so like they have a dating culture. Sorry, I've always wanted to be a rock star poet. Wear shades and like leather jackets these days. Yeah, and I think there's no like, yeah, because like people like everything is sort of kind of new, so that's been the new experience. But even there, like the similarities are there. Like a lot of things are still transactional.
Yeah.
It's like what can you do for me? I guess it's also just like where we're at in life, right? Like if somebody's looking for a life partner, it's like, okay, if I'm gonna start dating you, what can you do for me?
Yeah. Transactional still.
Yeah, so it is what it is. But yeah,
It's tough there in the dating pool there.
being single is hard.
Oh,
You should know.
I don't think it's hard at all.
Ooh, brother.
You think,
Well,
you
I
think relationships are harder than being single?
I'm not saying one is easier than the other.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, you know, like with doing something, you have to have a reason for doing something. Like you're saying, so people are with people because of what they're bound to gain, right? Or they're probably looking for something. And sometimes I feel like relationships don't work because, and it's the same thing as going back to the management thing. Like, why? If you can get a manager, right, as an artist, but if you don't know what you want, even if you can get so many managers, you're not gonna achieve anything, right? So for me, it's like, what can I do for myself, and just just having that independence and just because you get used to being with someone, being with people, so you have people that are just jumping from relationship to relationship. They don't know what life is like on their own. So for me, it's like once you get used to that as well, it's kind of dangerous. Once you get used to like just being on your own, so it's just balance of everything. But I don't think being single is hard. I don't think
being single and being in the
hard
dating
either.
pool is hard, though, especially in Malawi. Because like you said, your assumption is that it's kind of hoey if you like dating, if you're like looking to date.
Because it's like it's transactional, like you said. So there's a lot of money that are spending all these things, and then in the end they want something in return. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it becomes
difficult.
Yeah, complicated. You're hoeing. How many people are you gonna sleep with? You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So
But
by the time you're trying to do something serious,
You're washed.
you're washed. And Malawians talk. Like what you're saying, they see with one person, they've concluded.
The assumptions already made.
Bro,
How do you handle negative feedback? Like people talking about like You know, like for me personally, right? I always grew up thinking I would never like rub people off the wrong way in a sense. No, not like that.
Yeah.
But like I was like always under the impression, Kuti, I would never offend someone to a level where like, you know,
They actually
because of how I grew up. So like
you try to be
when I
cordial with
exactly.
everyone.
So when I got to a certain age, you know, and I made certain mistakes, or I did certain things, the clashback from the people was, you know, a little hectic for me because I didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
So like that's why I was asking you about Twitter and like how it's been handled, because I don't know what I'd do if like shit went south, like if like niggas were just like on me like the whole day on Twitter. Yeah.
Oh, but
I mean, yeah, it'll be. I don't know how.
I think it depends on what the issue is, right? What you are trending for, what you're being dragged for, right?
Yeah.
Some certain things are like, if it's something you're insecure about, then that would definitely like get to you. You know what I mean? But the things like, say, work, people can drag your work, and that's something that you can always improve. You know what I mean? Like,
but with social media, there's no telling, because like people could drag you for like you see that nigga who got dragged the other day. You know that guy who was taking photos.
Oh, that
Yeah.
bro, like
This
a
nigga
month
was
ago,
just like
everyone was like, this man's
dog.
pretty.
This nigga beautiful, chan. And then a month later, bro, niggas is like, well,
Wow.
see, quick, bro. So,
but I've never been on Zodiac, so I'm not gonna. I don't know how I'd look on Zodiac.
You've been on Zodiac.
No, I'm just saying. That's what tweeted that. It's like, hey, bro, I've never been on Zodiac, so I can't really hate.
Oh, so okay, Zodiac
be
is
looking flat,
Zodiac
man.
must be the problem there.
No, man, we're not attacking Zodiac.
No, we're not attacking them, but you know,
Yeah, but it looked like a lot of men were waiting for his downfall.
I think a lot of people are.
But the problem with social media is that
so
the only people that get highlighted are the ones that are negative, the ones that are hating.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that like positive feedback on like the Twitter algorithm doesn't thrive on positive feedback. So like usually, even like yourself, like you see something that you like on Twitter, you probably just like it, but you won't comment about it.
Yeah.
But if it's something that like you don't dislike, like you don't like, then like you tweet about it, and that's what ends up like going up on the algorithm. And so like Twitter is really like the algorithm is really set on like feedback that's negative, that tends to be negative.
Yeah.
And like for me, like what people think of me, like it really, you have to be, if it's work, you have to really be doing something that I respect for me to like really take your commentary seriously.
It's personal.
If it's personal, you better not be projecting. Like I'm gonna sit down with your feedback and like think about it, and like if it's true, I'll probably like take it in and be like, all right, this is what I need to improve. But most of the time, people don't really come to you with like feedback. They project their emotions and whatever their insecurities on you, and then you just become a canvas for what they're experiencing. It's like I didn't do that. Why'd you assume that I did that because you have this idea of yourself and things that you would do?
But certain things as human beings, we do certain things that, you know, we might think that.
Also, I never knew you guys were this deep, man. Like,
Yeah, bro, you know this.
You should be watching the podcast.
If you knew the podcast, you'd know how serious.
I'm gonna hit the bell. I'll hit the bell.
You know how serious.
I'll
Man, just take.
subscribe.
Yeah, man.
But you were saying?
Me?
You're making a point.
Who, me?
Yeah.
What was that?
Hey,
When you're not used to making points.
clearly not.
Yeah, but I think he answered my question. You know.
You didn't ask me a question.
I did. I asked you like.
Oh, the
how you
difference
feel.
was
Yes.
the question.
No,
Ah.
not the difference. We even moved away from that a long time.
Ah,
But, like
okay,
I was
okay.
asking you about like how to deal with positive, negative feedback
feedback.
and, you know, certain attention that you.
You don't want. Just take
Yeah.
it in stride. Take it in stride.
I'm writing that shit down. Don't
It's
writing my notes.
It's actually a product of being productive.
Yeah.
Like people can critique if you're not working.
Fair enough.
So if you're doing something, people are gonna critique it, and it's just a product of like you working or like doing something in life, and you know, just do what you have to do. You can't let people stop you. Imagine if you stop because people are critiquing you. This show wouldn't be here, cause man, them first episodes, brother, them
my
ones.
days. You didn't even watch them. What are you talking about?
I'll watch them,
I
man.
think that's probably one of our best work, you know?
I don't know about all that.
I gotta have faith in yourself, my friend.
Believe in
But
yourself.
Doug,
Yeah.
TED Talk.
Oh yeah.
Shout out for that.
Big shout outs, brother.
Like,
Yeah, man. How did that come about?
it was a win I didn't expect. I'll be fair with you. Like, it wasn't something that I expected, and because I also like operate in like different domains, like two domains that I'm really passionate about. Yeah, I think it just happened that the poetry was the one that stood out and was like the timing sort of felt right, and like, you know, applied for the thing, luckily got onto it, and like came on as a performer, and like tried to use the art to express myself and like to just help people dive into their so writing for myself, but like I hope that other people are gonna resonate with it, and then and then they can be able to relate with the art.
What's the bigger picture? Like, what's like? I know, like when you ask musicians and they'll tell you good in there and there.
Yeah.
You know, like what's the poetry
equivalent of that? Not maybe.
But not that I'm saying the Grammy is like the biggest, you know, thing anyone can achieve. But like, what's?
I actually model how hard I work against like artists.
Okay.
And like I say that because like, you know, and when I say artists I mean like singers and like rappers. Yeah. Because singing and like rapping is palatable.
Yeah.
Like a lot more people will resonate with. And so I want to work as hard as like singers do, but for poetry, because then imagine what you can do if you're working as hard as a singer, but you're doing poetry for a smaller audience. But yeah, now they have a poetry section at the Grammys.
Yeah.
So that'd be nice. Mm-hmm. I would like to tour Sadik at some point. I want to be good enough to perform anywhere in the world. That's like one of the goals I have for myself. Like I want to be able to say, I was in Cairo, I went to a poetry thing and I was good enough. I was in SA, I went to a poetry thing, I was good enough. I was in Zambia, I was in Sweden, I was in the UK, I was in the US. Like someone should hear my work. I shouldn't be good enough for Africa, good enough for Malawi. I want to be good enough, I just want to be good.
Fair enough.
So yeah, at that place it's like, doesn't really matter what you do, but I want to be good enough so that I'm good anywhere.
Okay.
And like, you know, it's a couple years of work that needs to be done before I can get there, but
yeah. All in good time.
Hopefully.
I think you deserve to be there. If there's anyone that like I know who does poetry, I think you deserve. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Because like I think there's an issue with like poetry shows where it's like boring. But
you're not lying, because I try to invite a couple of people to.
Yeah. They're like,
you know, every time I invite someone to, like, their first complaint is usually that. Like,
Actually, I get that.
So
that was a compliment I got after.
That's what I loved about the show as well.
No, but not just this show. Like even the one before this. Like even that one, there was wild because like the interaction with the crowd.
Yeah.
And Paul Kachala on the strings as well. It just took it to another level.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy your poetry because it's like it's a performance. You know what I mean? The crowd is moved. There's emotion. There's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of feedback, immediate feedback, as the poem is going on.
Yeah.
Like I think you're one of the few poets I wouldn't, if you're coming on stage, I wouldn't tell people to keep quiet. You know what I mean? Because I've been to shows where they're like,
please do that though.
no, because of the things that you say when you speak. There's people. It evokes, you know, emotion that people respond to it. Sam, play something, all right?
The problem is you and your kind. You have convinced yourself that your emotions and wants are paramount. They are the Everest that men must climb. And if they are...
just that, for me, I find that more enjoyable, all right? Because at the end of the day, it's about giving people an experience.
But poetry doesn't have to be boring. Like, there's a misconception that it is, and like, fair enough. Like, I mean, if you're reading Shakespeare, it might be a little boring because it's not from our time and age, right? But like, you can make spoken word modern and still follow the rules or still fit into the art form and make it enjoyable for your current audience. It doesn't have to be boring. It can be enjoyable.
You don't like people give you shouting when you say some?
I like for people to react the way they've experienced the poem. But I also understand why other poets don't like it when people shout or something. Because like if you've memorized it and like people shout sometimes, like it can distract you. But personally, like I enjoy it when people react to the way they felt it. So even like shouting, clapping, whatever it is, like I enjoy that. And then it's just a matter of me like adjusting to like, okay, now I need to pause and like let them react or like let the words sink in and then and like I think all of that comes with time and like knowing what you actually want to do with the art.
Rumor has it you used to be a very good football player.
Ooh, rumor.
It's just rumor has it,
You-
because rumor has it.
Yeah,
Because I ain't never seen any of your stats or any of your games. It's just a rumor.
I used to play quite a bit. Like when I was young, I actually thought I was gonna play pro. I used to have dreams of like going to the UK and like becoming a pro football player. And then like years went and it wasn't happening. And then like I tell you for a fact, this is when I stopped like taking football seriously. Like one of my friends plays for like Malawi right now. Like sometimes he's captain, and like he was playing for Wanderers at the time. Jared.
Okay.
And he was telling me how much he made at like MTL, like Wanderers at the time.
Yeah.
They said it. I want to work I have to put in for this pay.
Yeah.
So it's like, cool. At some point, and like, so I support Arsenal, and like Cesc Fabregas was like playing for Arsenal at like 16, and I'm like 18 at the time, 19, and this is not gonna happen for me. So I like, okay, what's the next best bet? Next best bet is like, if I go pro, the best place I'm gonna play is like SA, and then I'm gonna have maybe 4 years max of like a top professional career, and then after that I need to figure out what I'm doing with the rest of my life. I was like,
Math is not mathy.
the amount of like input I have to put in the output is like wasn't much. Because like at the time, like I was really small, so I'm much younger than the players, and like there's a lot of like age cheating in the country. So like I'm playing like under 17s. I'm 15 at the time.
But you're playing with like 25-year-olds.
25, 24-year-olds. So now I have to go to the gym. So like morning I'd go to the gym. Like I'd hit cardio in the gym, a bit of weight training so I'm strong enough. Go to training in the afternoon, run again. Evening I have to relax, do that over and over again so I could be fit enough to play with them. And then like every weekend is a game. You've got game Saturdays and Sundays, FMB under 20. Like dog, it was just like clockwork. I have to keep up with my school. So like you really have to be passionate to like play pro football.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey man, like
Were you any good though? Where you play? What position you play?
I used to play central mid, wing sometimes. So I'm not aggressive enough to like score goals. Like I won't give you like 30 goals in the season. And I enjoyed like setting up the goal more than scoring. So like I'd play central midfield. Like for me, like if I hit a good pass and like the striker scores.
Muntu amene
That's what
salande
made me
bwenyereko cross unokamozi
0-3
zopanda umbone aseza
Harry, for a person who passes a lot.
Cross umafuna wewe siyakumpila.
Why you like
Yeah, man. But like, I was pretty decent.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Who did you play for?
I played FMB under 20 in Blantyre for Chitara Rangers.
That was a really good team.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's still a good team.
I actually haven't checked up on them in a while since I've been in the long way, but it was a pretty good team. Like our rivals were also pretty good. Griffin,
Saint Academy.
Stars,
Yeah.
man, those guys gave us
Ballers.
a tough time. They were actual ballers. And then like in uni I played for the uni team. And at the time we were playing division football. Man, them army teams.
Yeah, man.
You couldn't talk trash, man. Like I remember this game in Zongo playing with Kobe, right? So like when you're playing football, you talk trash. So like I used to stay close to chicks. So every time I'd go up to chicks to play football, the ones they would talk to you, dribble you, and then like they would also be tackling you. So the guy's hitting your legs. He's talking trash to you and he's also dribbling you. So you had to grow thick skin. So now I'm playing division football. I have this army guy behind me. I'm like, Sangatengi. This man, like his nigga, like 35, he's got kids. He's like, Inerunde cinema banga now, man. I say, I'm going to cheat. Ball comes, tackles me. 3 times I'm like, I'm gonna get injured. I switch flanks. Switch flanks one time. Played 20 minutes, you notice this guy came the other side as well. I was like, hey, boss.
Tough.
But yeah, but it was a lot of fun, man. Like, it was crazy.
Do you miss it?
I still play like social football. I don't miss like playing pro football. I think the other thing is I'm like very competitive. So I realize even when I'm playing social football, like I'm too competitive for like social football, so I have to tone it down a little bit. And like with my size, people don't think I can play. Or
I still don't think you
I can handle like the tackle. So like I'll be playing with the buff guy. He comes, I shoot the ball. He's like, this good kid, what's happening? So I've got a lot of like internal strength that people don't expect because I played football for a long time. Like I squat like 80 to like 100 kilos.
Okay.
So like my legs are pretty strong. They're just small.
Cap, anyways.
If you had a right, but like since we're in the studio, I'll send you a video.
Skinny niggas, like say.
I squat
Big
what I
heart.
squat.
Skinny niggas, big heart.
No, but it's like I said, like I used to have to go to the gym in the morning, and like that's like maybe 7 years of like constantly just training for football.
Is it like a thing with all of you skinny niggas? Right.
Why are you looking at me, bro? You skinny too?
We're the only two skinny niggas
But
here.
I just kinda, you know.
I just
It's kinda improving though.
skinny.
We're improving where? Where are you improving?
Think about 2010 page.
I just skinny nigga.
2010 page.
For all the viewers, this cannot be an improvement.
But if we look at 2010 page,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Bravo.
This man is not improving.
Hey, my weight on the graph. My weight is like.
Also, but 2010 page was 28, so it's
Wow.
not an improvement.
So, wow.
That's very
wait.
true.
Improvement.
That's very
What's
true.
all this on the TV? My jokes at TV though. Nah.
I say age is just a number. Say.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Yours is a big number.
This man set him up. What a setup, man. Nice.
All right, man. It's been an absolute pleasure, man. Having you.
Man. Yeah.
You're traveling this week.
Yeah, man. Out this week. We have to see
Stay longer than you initially planned. The systems, eh?
Hey, man. The system is what the system is, man. There was no paper to print passports.
Yikes.
And like, I had to explain this to my boss, and he was so confused. Like, what do you mean? I was like, I say what I said. There's no paper to print passports.
So if you're done, what are you going back to?
Work.
Work.
Yeah, get this bread. Like,
Nice. Are you planning on staying there for a while?
Yeah, for a little bit. I think I want to be in and out if I can afford it.
Yeah.
But yeah, in and out the country for as much as I can. I want to
Nice.
see what the other side has to offer.
Nice.
Rwanda's well placed for like East Africa as well. So I want to see if we could do something in like Kenya, Uganda, maybe Tanzania as well, and see what happens.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to you, man, and all the moves that you're pushing.
I appreciate you guys having me on, man. Shout out to you guys as well.
Yeah. Shout out to you. Do you still want us to talk about a couple of things that happened over the past week before we like shut down?
I think you're asking the wrong guy. Do we?
Can we? No? 5 minutes? I can just go through them. 1 minute each? I've got 5 more minutes with these guys, and I just wanted to run through the events that have been, or the things that have been happening over the past few weeks before we wrap up. Chris Rock released a new Netflix special, Selective Outrage.
Yeah.
None of us here have watched it, so yeah, I'm looking forward to checking that out. Dan Lu and Taps released a song, got a lot of different feedback from different people, and Siznaende Koma Taps Bandawe apologized eventually, and yeah, that's that. Moonchild was in the country over the past week, recording an album with the very best recorded like 3 albums in the past 6 weeks in Mangoji. So big shout out to them. Big shout out to Chamba. Big shout out to Chamba. Like Chamba is bro. Thanks, bro. Big shout out to Chamba.
She produced a lot of that.
She produced a lot of it. The songs were dope. We heard them at a private party the other week. Marumbo was there. Nico was there.
George apparently was there. Wendy was there. Wendy was the first one to jump into the pool.
So so
I watched the whole thing through Miko's story. I experienced. I was there. I even hugged her at some point.
Through Miko's story.
Through Miko's story, you get me?
Wow.
Yeah, man.
anyway, thieves got caught robbing a bank in Blantyre, man.
Wow.
Yeah, someone
Sad,
got
bro.
caught stealing a chicken. They told him to eat it alive.
So much is going on in this here country.
It seems like there's a new variant out that's making rounds.
Yeah.
If you got it, I hope that you get well soon.
I'm a little worried because I've got like a little.
That's what everybody keeps saying. I've got a cough.
No, but like,
You got it.
yeah, my housemate
Got it.
wasn't feeling well over the past week.
Yikes.
So, yo, apologies, boys.
But yeah, man, any more?
Gwamba released. I had a media briefing this morning talking about his new show in Zuzu, 21st August, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
1-man show, 3,000 at the door. That's huge. Come on.
Yep. He's collaborating
Yeah.
with the city council, trying to get people to visit Mzuzu and
Nice.
the northern region of the country. Big moves.
Big moves.
Yes, sir.
I think that's it. We don't have to talk about football or anything of that.
Yeah, Man
because
United go class 7-0, but
does not matter.
Yep.
That does not matter right now.
Yep.
The most important thing.
We are winning the league.
The most important thing is that
we're in the title race.
we should all stay safe.
You're still in the top
Game in
4
hand,
race.
The most important thing. The most important thing.
Play of the match 3 months in a row.
Yeah.
Yay.
Anyway,
ETH
big,
ball.
big shout out to you for coming through.
Shout out.
man.
Shout out to Zaluso for hosting us.
Yeah, man. Shout
For
out
Week
to
in
Zosta
Space.
Live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, man, when are you going back to SA? Anyway, man, you've been watching Something Radio. Make sure
we
that.
like a little, at the end of the show, just
Imali.
Roboto.
Doing that by
Anyway,
themselves.
man,
Alright,
that was it for this week. Something Radio. Subscribe,
like.
follow on all socials. Something Radio, Instagram, Twitter, and Marumbo Sichinga on YT, as well as the socials, right?
Yeah.
Marumbo Boii on all socials.
Nice.
All right, bet.
Shout out.
Powers.